Hi teacher, good morning, good evening, or good night. Today my classmate Azul Carmona and me, Ana Cravioto, will be talking about our findings about reflective teaching. So, Azul, what are the most relevant findings you had?
What are my findings? So I think my findings are every time that I go reflect on something, it's a time when I'm always learning about myself. It's a time when I feel like I learn about things that I didn't see before, and I think it's really helpful. Those are my findings, and this applies to everything in life, in my own opinion. And probably even mistakes that I made in the past, I start reflecting on them. And this could be like in any time you feel like reflecting, for example, when you are showering or when you are going to sleep. mm, we are always thinking all the time. We never stop thinking. So I think if we're gonna think about something, it needs to be really helpful. It needs to be thoughts that align with our learning and our process. By reflecting, we can achieve different meanings when we made any mistake, and we can learn from them. So if we're really gonna overthink about something, we need to learn how to reflect instead of overthinking, because it really kills our spirit. It doesn't really help. But reflecting is actually really helpful for everyone.
Yeah, I think you have a great point. We always learn a lot about our mistakes, but I think one of the relevant part of reflection is to think about our successes too, because being aware of what we are doing well could be useful in the future. For example, when we face a situation that it's kind of that can be kind of similar to a past situation, we can remember those things that were useful in the past to solve this new situation. And this is actually one of my findings. And another finding is that reflecting implies having critical thinking to evaluate your actions, beliefs, needs, and values. But also, you need to be patient, and I think also practice self compassion because you can fall into overthinking, as you mentioned it. And I think actually there is a thin line between reflection and overthinking. So I think it's important to consider this. And well, now let's talk about our current feelings about the process of reflection.
I really feel great because I'm constantly learning, and I really feel like I'm starting to act differently if I didn't reflect. So I really try to reflect every time about my behavior, about my actions, and the things that could probably do different. So I really try to reflect on everything. And with these lessons that we are revising, I think I'm starting to remember the importance of being reflective in our everyday life.
Yeah, I agree with you because I think that learning about reflection is going to be useful not only in school but also in all areas of our lives. So this is one of the benefits of reflective practice, and another benefit I found is that this practice helps to always look forward and think about the things you can improve. So I'm finding this knowledge very useful, and I want to mention that I consider important to implement this practice in our daily life. I don't know, maybe we can practice journaling or just write three things we did well during the day and think we could improve, and these kind of reflections of daily life. So I think that's all for our findings, and thanks for watching.